And a very good morning to boys and girls. It's Monday the 8th of October 2018. Welcome to Bracknell here in Royal Berkshire. And this morning's United Kingdom talk coming to slightly earlier than it usually does on a Monday. Here it is. I told you I'd bring in my brand new Poncho to show you all this. Isn't this fantastic? It's a bit noisy. Listen. It's a bit noisy. Only £3.50 for millets. I love it. It was a little bit complicated at first because I put it on. Now, the reason I bought this was yesterday I'd gone into town, and while I was in town, it started pouring down with rain. I thought, poor little Breet's going to get ever so wet on the way home. Maybe I can find one of those flat mat things. And I ended up buying this. It was only £3.50. £3.50. Now, the first time I put it on, I had it completely... I love the hood. Do you like the hood? Look, I am Little Red Riding Hood, but yellow. Little Yellow Riding Hood. Yes. Oh, Granny, what big ears you have. Oh, the better to hear you with, my pretty. Oh, Granny. What? Hello? Hello? Oh, there you are. Oh, Granny, what big eyes you have. Oh, the better to see you with, my dears. Hello? Keeps falling down. That keeps doing that on the bike as well. Very dangerous. Look, it keeps falling down. So I've got a little head. I know some people have said I've got a big head. I've only got a little head. That's why I've got a little head. Oh, Granny, what big teeth you have. We'll take them out before you start. Well, never mind, darling. There. So here we are. Isn't that wonderful? Now, down the side, as I say, it was flapping around when I first got on the bike. Right? And I didn't realise it's got these little popper things, and you have to put them together. You don't need to keep taking it off. Hello, hello. You don't need to keep taking. You don't need to keep undoing them every time you do it. You put them on once, and then you kind of do them up. There we are, and that's it. Look, I love it, and it's fantastic. The only thing is, of course, your legs get wet. 1 minute, let me take this off now. It will get quite hot in here. Here we are, look. There's no legs or arms or anything. You just put your hands kind of through that hole there, and then that's it. I might take that to Las Vegas with me when I go to America. 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 Which is next week. Very exciting. Very exciting. Now, before we start reading your messages, those of you that come to Central Station or haven't been before and are thinking of coming tonight, some very good news. Hang on, let me bring up the poster. There's the poster. Now, tonight's Central Station karaoke on this Monday, the 8th of October, will be slightly different, not through the karaoke, but there are very, very cheap drinks. There are very, very cheap drinks. And the reason is they've changed breweries and they've got a lot of drinks to get rid of. All right. Some examples are pints of Foster's, just £2. Bottles of Smirnoff Ice are £1.50. All right. So if you've never been before and you want a cheap night out, then it's cheap drinks, very cheap drinks tonight at Central Station in Wharfdale Road in King's Cross. Now, the karaoke starts at 7:30. The cheap drinks start at 4 o'clock. So if you're thinking of getting there earlier, please don't be... Gustav will be rushing down there, he will. Oh, Christ, anything to save a few quid here and there. Really, honestly. So if you want a cheap drink, please don't get too drunk before I get there. I'm not having people all slobbering over me. Oh, give us a kiss, Chris. No, we're not having any of that. Didn't someone have a snog in Strictly Come Dancing on Saturday or Sunday night? Did I see that mentioned somewhere? I see the boy from Blues being kicked out. Is it Lee? Nice boy. Nice looking boy. So there we are. Right, let's read. So that's tonight, 7:30, okay? Who's online today? Gustav gets the first message in. What a shame there's no prize, Gustav. Good morning, Gustav. Adrian Richardson is there. Oh, by the way, I've weighed myself this morning. Weighing news coming shortly. Please stand by. Don't rush me. I can't give it to you all at once, dears. Don't rush me. Good morning to Adam LaPlumber. Hello, Heidi. Haven't seen you for a while. Good morning, Heidi. Those little faces that you just click there reminds me of a brand new blind that I've bought for my caravan. One of the blinds is a little bit torn on the edge, and every time you in my caravan I've got roll down blinds rather than curtains. Oh, they're wonderful. So cheap. So cheap, you get them on eBay. All the different colours of the rainbow, except, it would seem, yellow. How strange and mysterious is that? They have got some yellow, but it's like a pale yellow, not like, what's this here? Let's see whose this is. Look, like, that's the colour I wanted. That's the, oh, it's Selfridges. Oh, does he work in Selfridges? I didn't know that. Who is he? I don't know who that is. So there we are. That's the colour I was after, but it's more of a straw yellow that you could find, you know, not much dissimilar to this. And that's no good to me. I like a bright colour. So I went on and I had a look and I found a lovely blind that I love. Now, it's in the kitchenish sort of, I've got a kitchen come living room all together. Now, what's that called? Open plan. I've got open plan there, right? And the kitchen opposite the sink on the other side next to my neighbours, okay, I have a large window there, and that's the blind that's a little bit damaged on the side. So I have ordered a new one. They didn't have yellow. I didn't want another colour. And I've got ducks. Ducks. Now, when I first said that to my sister, she said, do you mean slightly yellow? I said, no, ducks. Little yellow ducks. And the sort of ducks I mean are, you know, the type of ones that float around in your bath. Those sort of ducks. It's like little ducks all over this blind. I can't wait to install that. I'm hoping it'll probably arrive here, actually, this week while I'm up at the caravan. So, you know, someone will take it in, or probably they'll leave it somewhere or something like that. So I hope, just a minute, I hope to be able to show you those perhaps on Saturday morning. Ducks. My new ducks blind, and a bargain, £27. You know, so much cheaper than a pair of old curtains. And curtains are so old-fashioned, aren't you? You just pull this thing down and down it comes. Marvellous. That's my blind on its way. Good morning. So that's what your little faces remind me of there, Heidi. Morning, Heidi. Gustav, first again, is it a keyring and a matching mouse mat? No, there's nothing. There are no prizes for first message. I'm sorry, we can't afford it. Good morning to Maureen. Just sending a text through there, boys and girls. Morning, Maureen. Hope you're well today. Ready to sing tonight? Are you going to do one-way ticket? One-way ticket to the moon. I think you need a little dance as well, Maureen. I want to see you doing a little dance this morning with it, all right? Tonight. Good morning to Lekha. I think it's Lekha on one of the Learn English news groups. Good morning to you. Evan's there, down in sunny Cornwall, who says a fabulous Sunday spent with my wife Kim on board the Flying Scotsman. Oh, you lucky thing. I've got one of those. Oh, sorry, you heard me sniff then. I was supposed to push a button when I do that. There we are. Look, a Flying Scotsman. Hornby. This is about 27, 37, 47. This is nearly 40 years old, this. My Flying Scotsman Hornby train. Check that. And it still works. I have got... Now, don't tell people this, right? Because they'd just laugh at me, okay? I have got in my cupboard a circle of track and a controller. And rarely, but now and again, I bring it out, I set it up in the living room, and I just put my old trains on there and watch them going round and round. They're probably not as smooth as they used to be, but they're like 40 years old, and they still work. We love electric trains. Anyway, Evan went on the real one. Look, from Plymouth to Penzance, posh 3-course meal and champagne. Fabulous day. Well done, Evan. How blooming marvellous. It's funny, the miserable geezer on at the weekend, what's his name on LBC? He's quite funny sometimes, but he just doesn't get any. He's right lefty. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't get anything. They don't get humour. People on the left just don't get humour, do they? They don't get jokes. I don't get it. I don't get them, right? For example, Theresa May dancing like that. And they're like, you know, I got the joke. Oh, that's hilarious. She's taking the mick out of herself. The left is, oh, well, I don't get why she's doing that. Why would she do that? That just makes her look stupid. No, it doesn't. She's having a joke. You're the one we're laughing at, dear. The people that don't get anything. Hilarious. That's even funnier. It's even funnier than her doing a joke. Watching people, oh no, I don't get this. I don't get this. I know it's not funny because it's not Jeremy Corbyn. No, only Jeremy's funny. We love Jeremy. Oh, we love Jeremy. We love Jeremy. Oh, it's pathetic. Absolutely. They don't get any jokes, do they? Never mind. Good morning to Andy. Hello, Andy. Evan reckons I look like a Jedi Knight in my new poncho, which I've used one. It was soaked when I come back. I had to hang it up outside and it was dripping water on the outside. Andy thought I was a canary. Oh no, that sounds like more like a chicken, doesn't it? Chickens are lovely things, you know. Please stop eating them. Why are you eating chicken? Have you ever met a live chicken? They want to be friends. They come and sit on your lap and everything, chickens. They do. They want to be picked up and don't squeeze them too because they got little gentle rib cages. Don't squeeze them too hard, for God's sake. Good morning to Shivraj. Shivraj? Is it Shivraj Singh Meena? Morning to you, sir. Gustav, you accuse me of being tight with money. You? Yes. Yes. I know you live in those hard-to-let properties, Gustav. Dreadful places. Have you been on that programme yet? Bad Tenants. Have you been on that one yet? He's always getting that red letter. Pay your bill now or you will be evicted. Aren't you? I know that. Morning to Rod Brown. Llama. Good morning, Llama. Stephen Kilgore. Bring back the black cap. If only we could, Stephen. If only we could. But you must remember, if they were to get the black cap opened again, this is a pub in Camden that I worked at for nearly 20 years. And it closed, is it 3 years now? It must be coming up to 3 years ago. So they've got this empty business in the middle of Camden High Street. Absolute madness. There's an empty business in the middle of Camden High Street. It's a very, very busy high street. Anyway, there's people trying to get it to reopen. But of course, it wouldn't be the same, Stephen, perhaps as you remember. And as I remember. For example, a lot of those people have moved on. You know, one of the people who's trying to get it reopened actually said, you'll come and DJ there, won't you? Well, no, because that wouldn't work. That was then. You've got to bring it back into this new century. If you would put me in there okay, maybe the karaoke, yeah, maybe, but not the DJing. Everything's moved on from them. I'm like that 90s, late 80s, all the 90s, early 2000s scene. That's where I fit in. If I was to go back in there and now and DJ, I don't think it would work. I really don't. You want to see young faces. I know I still look young, even with this lovely little bit of fur around my face here, don't I? But it wouldn't work. You need someone new. Could I think of anyone? I don't know, really. Possibly, would it want to? I mean, it might not even run as it was with drag and personality DJs. It might not run like that. I don't know. But you couldn't reopen it as it was. That's the only thing there. Good morning to Guillermo. I'm glad you like it, Guillermo. I'm glad you like it. Morning, Michael Lawrence. Things did have it. Yeah, I've had a nice weekend. Thank you very much. It's very kind of you to say so, to ask. Over on the YouTube, Paul Mosley. Good morning from Birmingham. John Parrish. Good morning, John Parrish. There's no key rings. Paul's been waiting 6 months for a key ring. That's because there aren't any. There's nothing coming through that post. He thinks I'm starting to look like Captain Birdseye. Captain Birdseye. Captain Birdseye. Do you remember that? He's dead. They got a new one. Nowhere near his age. I think the new young one, he's got like a stuck-on beard. He's not old enough to have grown one yet. Morning to Robert Lunn, who says, what time were you up this morning? 7:45. We don't hang around in bed all day like some people, dear. I know people there. Oh, can't be bothered to get... Oh, is it 10 o'clock now? Oh, can't be bothered to get up. They don't get up till like 10 or 11 in the morning. What a blooming waste of a day and a life. A life. These people who are up all night long playing computer games. Students up all night playing computer till 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. Then they go to bed and they get up the next day at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. What a waste of a life, dear. Waste. What energy for Monday morning. Let's go. Thank you. I look like Banana Man with cable. I knew someone would say ducks is a shower curtain. Outrageous. Good morning, Gary Butler, over on the Periscope this morning. Morning to you, Gary. It's funny, actually, when people send a message on Facebook, on Periscope, it comes up and then comes up exactly the same under a different name. So, for example, Gary, you come up as Gary Butler, it says good morning, and then right underneath it, it says Elak Horb. Literally, Elak Horb, good morning. Isn't that strange? And then you say London 206 and Bentley. Oh, no, that's a new person, Bentley McIntyre. That one hasn't come up yet. So good morning to you all. Stephen Kilgore, Regina Fong. I've got that music here. Do you want to hear a bit? Have you got it, Stephen? Do you want to hear that music? Shall I play it for you? Shouldn't really do music on here. Let's have a look, see if I can find that. Searching the system. 1 moment, please. Oh, no, it won't work. Oh. Why won't that work? Let's try that again. Let's try it on there. Oh. That search thing's not working. Isn't that how you search in that box there? Or maybe it's just not there, is it? I don't know. No, it's not there. Oh. Where is it gone? Oh, no, hang on. It's the... Oh, David Rose Orchestra, isn't it? David Rose. Let's try that. Wow! There it is. Where are you, Stephen? Stephen wants to hear the tune. Are you ready, Stephen? Here it comes, dear. Yeah, baby! Let's do it. I've got to keep talking or the copywriter cut me off. Here we go. Do it, baby. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Do you want the whole thing or just a bit of it? All of it? God, you're greedy, dear. Here we go. I love it. Keep going. So Regina Fong was a very, very famous and popular drag queen in London. We lost her, I think it's about 10 years ago, possibly longer than that. Good morning, Right Side Up on Vaughan Live. Yeah, baby. Yeah. 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 And Regina Fong, she was a drag queen, as I say. She was like the headstone, which is the tombstone now, but she was the headstone of the Black Cap in Camden, where I had the privilege and so much fun working for, as I say, nearly 20 years there. And she did Tuesday nights there. Believe it or not, Stephen, 2004 was it? So that's 14, so it's 14 years she's been gone now. I actually only worked with her about 4 times, believe it or not. Once at the Black Cap, once at a place in East London called Pigeons. I'd done a couple of charities with her at the Black Cap, and I think that was about it. I only worked with her about 4 times. David Rosen was her main DJ at the period of time I was there, and then someone took over from him. David Rosen was her was her big DJ, so that's that all worked there. So wonderful, wonderful times, don't you think? Right Side Up said I'd be good in burlesque. Don't you have to wear black frilly knickers for that? I haven't got any of those. I'll have to have a word with my niece. Perhaps I can borrow a pair of hers, because my sister's ones will be just too big. My sister's ones will be too big. They will. Anyway, I had dinner yesterday after I finished talking to you. I didn't do an awful lot yesterday. I've worked out why the potatoes and chips are sticking to the metal thing. Now, I do Slimmer's World roast potatoes and Slimmer's World chips. So, for example, if it's chips, you don't, nothing frozen, okay? So you get your potato, you chop it into the bits. I've got a machine now. And you put it in this little thing and you pull the lever down and the chips come out. All the right size. How fabulous is that? So you put those in there, give it a spray with fry light in the oven, right? Now, the mistake, but I was finding that the chips and the potatoes were sticking to the metal thing. Now, ladies, you'll know why. I didn't know why this was, but I've found out, I've worked it out for myself with my own little very small brain, that the oven was not hot enough. So I don't know how that works, But instead of them, when you think the chips and the potatoes are done, instead of them just sliding out onto the plate, you go, and then you get bits stuck to the bottom and everything, don't you? Which is very annoying. So I just, if you turn it up a bit higher, I think I have on my oven on about 200 or 220 like that, and then they slide out. So very, very nice roast potatoes there. I watched Casualty on the telly, then I cleaned the kitchen. As I said to you yesterday on the show, I found, now that I've got the caravan and I know I leave there for a few days and I leave here for a few days, I find myself cleaning more. And I've got a really clean kitchen at the moment, which I haven't had for years. I'll be honest, unless someone else does it for me. I'm getting rid of tea. I've been getting rid of tea stains yesterday on the worktop surface. People put their blooming things down, and then you've got a ring of tea or whatever it is on there. Well, I used Viacal. It's my mate who said that actually a few months ago. He said, spray it with Viacal. He said, don't worry with the bleach. Spray it with a Viacal. Leave it on there for a few minutes, and it should come off. And it does. Sometimes you have to rub it a bit. Give it a good old rub. Nothing better than a good old rub down, is there, boys and girls? We like a good old rub down. Give it a good rub, and the tea stain comes off, and it's lovely and sparkling and clean. And then that other stuff that you get in your stainless steel sink, that scummy, what's that called? Limescale stuff is good for getting rid of that. So I've got a lovely clean kitchen at the moment. Had a little bit of a sleep. Got up in time for Doctor Who. Oh, John says WD-40 is good for stains. I didn't know that. Is that right? WD-40. Oh, well, I didn't know that. Thank you very much for letting us know that. Oh, and it's Thanksgiving Day today in Canada, says Right Side Up. So happy Thanksgiving Day if you're in Canada. Andy says, do you watch Doctor Who last night? Yes, did you? Yes, indeed I did. I thought it was excellent. An interesting start. No music at the start, just the logo. BBC. And one day they will ring up and ask me to do a little chat show on their little channel. I'm sure they will at one point. But I will refuse to do it until they bring the globe back. We need the globe going around in between the TV programmes. I keep saying it, but it doesn't happen. So, yes, I thought Doctor Who was excellent yesterday. The way she came in, the lady doing... I can't remember her name now. Who's the actress's name? Doctor Who actress. What's her name? Can't remember now. But she was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And how blooming wonderful to see Bradley Walsh on there and not doing a game show. Doing what he does best. He is an actor. And he is a damn good actor. And he was very, very good. And it's funny in bits. And it's clever. I really enjoyed it. Well done. And excellent. And we've waited so long for this. Hasn't it been like a year and a half since Doctor Who stopped? Such a long time. But it's good. It's made well. I enjoyed it. The one thing I wasn't keen on was after the programme had finished, it then came up with coming soon. And then pictures or short videos or little clips of future shows coming up with the actor, with the, like, each one has got like a famous actor or an actress, at the bottom. Like, so rather than give us little bits of the stories, they're concentrating on the big names. Now, my guess is that's for the American market. For me, that didn't do it for me, just naming all these actors that are coming up. I'd rather see nothing at all, to be honest. But if you were going to do it, little bits of the stories coming up. But it wasn't the stories. It was the famous actors and actresses that are coming up over the next the whole season, actually. And I recognised some faces there. There was certainly a couple of people from either Holby City or Casualty in there that I recognised. One of the black girls that used to be in it. I can't think of any of the actresses' names now or actors that are coming up. But I don't know what that was for. Probably for the American, and it is very American. The words can't go up quickly now, don't they? The credits right at the end there. I don't know what you thought of it. Thank you, Jodie Whittaker. That's right, Jodie Whittaker. She was excellent. What did you think, boys and girls? I've seen varying different comments in some of the newspapers today. I'm not going to read any of them out. But I liked it. I shall certainly be watching next week as well. Guillermo says, Dr. Suave, Chris, live from the Mirable Studios. Is that me? Good morning to Angela Waters. Bicarbonate of soda gets stains off. Thank you, Angela. I'll remember that one. Morning to Steve, David, Christopher Murray. Did any of you watch Doctor Who at all last night? Do let us know, boys and girls, okay? Right Side Up says, in 12 hours we'll be sitting down to a full spread of turkey and side dishes so delicious and makes you so sleepy. Well, don't fall asleep halfway through the meal. That can be very dangerous. You know, very, very dangerous indeed. You might choke on your own food. God's sake. Guillermo loves the colour. Which one? This one or this one? Both of them together. A contrasting colour this morning. Do you know, I've got the frog in my throat. Bit of phlegm that keeps coming up. And it's been doing it for a few days now. You may have noticed every now and again, you see me do this, but you can't hear anything. And what I'm doing is, that's what I'm doing, but I don't want you to hear it. It's horrible. Oh, toothpaste will clean your worktop. Maybe, John, if you used some of that in your head, you'd have clean teeth, dear. Purple, you like the purple, do you? Okay, yeah, it's one of my favourite. It is my favourite colour, purple, as it happens. Andy loved Doctor Who last night. Hasn't watched it since David Tennant. Thought she was as good, if not better, than him, Chris. Yes, David Tennant, fantastic actor, but in Doctor Who, he used to get on my blooming nerves overacting. I thought there was a lot of overacting in there. I thought she was very natural and very, very good indeed. I was very, very impressed with the Doctor Who last night. Really was. So I watched that when I got up. Then I went swimming. Not too many people in the pool. I got there a little bit later than usual, actually. I think the poor boy who was working the swimming pool last night, Archie, he's about 19 years old, and he's in there on his own at night time sometimes, depending on whose turn it is. It was his turn last night, and they like to be closed at 9 o'clock on a Sunday night. I got there around about 8:15, so just about enough time to do my 60 lengths while I'm in there, and got out about 10 to 9. I like to get out sort of 10 minutes before they're due to close, because it's no fun. I mean, I've worked in bars and pubs for years and years and years, and it's no fun when someone comes up and orders a drink a minute before closing time. You know what I mean? And similarly, going in the swimming pool, I've seen people going in there at like 10 to 9. And then you've got the whole hassle of going, sorry, we're going to close now. And they don't bloody move. You know, they don't move. Oh, well, I'm just going to finish my lap. Well, we're closing now. Okay, well, we won't be long. And then 10 minutes later, they're still there. I had this really terrible issue in Central Station. When I first started there was a group of people from the Guardian newspaper. And, oh, God, did they think they were it or not? They really thought they were it. And they would sit on the stage. They'd probably gone in there in the afternoon, bought a couple of bottles of wine, and they're sitting on the stage. Well, karaoke started at 8, or it used to start at 8 o'clock on a Friday night. Now it's 8:30. And the reason, I'm going to tell you the reason now it starts at 8:30. It used to start at 8 o'clock. I'd get there at 7 and they'd be on the stage. We're just going to be setting up the karaoke. Okay, well, we'll just finish this and then we'll move. Why can't you just move now? Move now. I've asked you to, we're trying to set up for the karaoke. There's another load of people coming in at 8 o'clock for the karaoke. Oh, and then 20 minutes later, they're still there. They are still sitting there on the stage full of self-importance. I tell you what, they were full of self-importance. And it doesn't matter how nicely you'd spoke to them, and I was never, ever nasty. I gave up in the end. I gave it, and then I'd leave it to the manager. The manager would try and do it, and then they'd call the owner over. Oh, well, we're just trying to finish our drinks, and we're trying, they just wouldn't move. So in the end, we had to push the karaoke back to 8:30 because these bastards from The Guardian were just sitting there full of their self-importance. And they really were. Oh, did they love themselves sitting there? Chat. So I always mention the Daily Mail to them. That always upset them. Dreadful people. John says, I liked the original Doctor Who, but then again, I'm old. My favourite Doctor Who, I don't know who your favourite was John Pertwee. John Pertwee was my favourite Doctor Who. Oh, I thought he was the best, followed by the great Colin Baker, of course. So I get in that swimming pool. I like to be out for 10 to 9 so that the boy can go home, tidy up and do what he does. Of course, he doesn't go home at 9 o'clock. He's got stuff to switch off. I don't know, put something in the swimming pool, the chlorine, so that when we get back in the next morning, there's no viruses and bacteria swimming around in there. Because people leak in swimming pools, Oh, yes. People will be leaking left, right, and centre in the swimming pool. It's ghastly. And that's it, really. That's what I did last night. Came back here, had some nice spaghetti and tomato sauce on top, which was a Slimmers World one, which actually has been in the freezer for about 18 months. I'm trying to eat the out-of-date stuff at the moment in the freezer. I think it went out of date 6 or 7 months ago, but it's never been out of the freezer. So I had that, which was really, really nice, actually. I've got a mushroom sauce in there as well, and I'm going to have that one possibly this afternoon after I've been swimming again this afternoon. And this morning I've weighed myself, and I'm very, very, very pleased to tell you that this week I've lost 4 pounds. And I've come right down. I'm now 12 stone 5.4 this morning when I weighed myself this morning. Last week I was 12 stone 9.6 or something like that. So I've lost 4 pounds this week because we're back on the swimming world. We have one treat day, which is when I go to Skegness. It'll probably be Thursday next week. So the rest of the time I'm bang on the slimming world because I would like to be as close as possible to my target weight of 12 stone before I go to Vegas next week. So fingers crossed with that. I've lost 4 pounds this week. I'm now 12 stone 5.4. Well pleased. John says, do you know David Street, friend of mine in Southend? No, never heard of him, I'm afraid. Don't know who that is. All right. Good. So that's Doctor Who. Told you what I've been doing. Who's getting these friend requests? I can't believe how so many of you have been hoodwinked into thinking that the Facebook thing going on at the moment is real, because it's not. Lots of people are getting these Facebook requests, and it goes via message. Hi, I actually got another friend request from you yesterday, which I ignored, so you may want to check your account. This is how it all goes. And so many people have been caught out by this. Hold your finger on the message until the forward button appears. Now, I've got to tell you, 99.9% of the time, if somewhere in a message it says, hold the button down and forward this to all of your friends, generally it's a hoax. 99.9% of the time it is a hoax. And people are like sheep. They get this and they follow it on and they send it on. They might change if they're intelligent, which is not many of them. If they're intelligent, they might change a couple of the words, but this message goes on. Hold your finger on the message button until the forward button appears. Then hit forward and all the people you want to forward to. I had to do the people individually. Good luck. Please do not accept a new one from me at this time. And everyone's getting caught out by this. Not me, because I'm not that bleeding stupid. How you can just pass stuff on all the time. It's like these people that they repost news stories of, oh, I can't believe George Best is dead. But and then you see the date at the top, 2013. I mean, how thick can you be to just keep cutting and pasting stuff? Really? Do think about it before you start doing it, because it just makes people look stupid. I'm sorry, it really does. It does make people look really stupid when they just cut and paste things all the time and put them up there, the latest being this hoax. There is a story to go with it in The Sun this morning. Facebook is warning users about a hoax message circulating on the social media site that claims their account has been cloned. The scam also encourages victims to forward the message onto everyone on their friends list, and it is exactly the same as I just read to you there. The story goes on. Facebook cloning is when someone creates an account and steals all your photos and personal information and then sends messages to your friends in order to extract personal information about you. And then it tells you what the scam message is. And just don't... There is no virus attached to it. But if you get it, just delete it immediately and that'll stop any problems coming along there. But please, before you start sending stuff, if you can't think of anything to post other than cutting and pasting stuff from other people, why even bother? Never mind. So that's it. Good. Some other little stories here I've got for you this morning. Oh, the weather. What about the weather? Now, I remember when the hot summer started way back in, was it end of June? And they said, okay, it wasn't going to be 30 degrees all the time, 90 degrees Fahrenheit, but they said that the unusually warm weather will go right through to October. And here it is. We're in October now, and as indeed they were right, it's carrying on. In the sun again this morning, Britain is braced for the hottest October day for 7 years this week, days after nationwide downpours caused widespread traffic disruption. The temperature is predicted to rise from 18 to 25 degrees on Wednesday. That's 80. 80 degrees on Wednesday and Thursday, according to the Met Office. So it's because of Tropical Storm Leslie in the mid-Atlantic. It's helping to catapult, boys and girls, tropical air from the 30 degrees Canary Islands to Britain. It's going to get warm again. Get those shorts back out. Oh, girls, if only you'd kept shaving your legs through those cold months, they'd be ready to get out and show everyone now. But you didn't do it, did you? Oh, no, we put the razor away now for the winter. Not going to do it anymore. So that's good news on the weather, and it just continues, which makes me very happy because I haven't got to put my my heating on. It gets better and better. No heating. Thank you very much. Good. No heating. So that's that. Fish and chips. Now, you've often heard of places doing deep fried Mars bars, haven't you? In the Daily Mirror this morning, check this out. Here's something new. A fish and chip shop is offering up a bizarre new treat just in time for Christmas. Battered Terry's chocolate oranges. I kid you not. Now, I've got to admit, I'm not too keen on the Terry's chocolate orange. I might have 2 segments and then it becomes a little bit too moreish for me. Do you like Terry's chocolate oranges? You keen on those? It's a little bit too much for me. Adams Bay Chip Shop in Gainsborough, Lincolnshire. Oh, I'll be able to visit there. I wonder how close that is. I'll have to ask my nephew, Gary Butler. Is he still with us? Are you still there, Gary? Adams Bay Chip Shop in Gainsborough, Lincolnshire. How close is that to my caravan? Gave customers the chance to vote for the festive item they wanted to be deep fried. Terry's chocolate orange was the clear winner and will now be added to the menu. Are you liking the sound of this, gang? The shop already serves battered mince pies and jumbo pigs in blankets. Poor little pigs, reports the Lincolnshire Live newspaper. Owner said, we basically put a vote out on our Facebook page to decide what customers want battered for Christmas. What would you like battered for Christmas? Anything for you? If you could go into a chip shop and say, can you do me a battered? What would it be? As my question to you on the show. Is very, very important. This is a heavyweight political programme, isn't it? It really is. We do the serious subjects of the day. That's what we do on this show. Serious subjects. Items included mince pies, battered Christmas puddings, and Yule logs. But one big suggestion which came through was the Terry's chocolate orange. What would you have? We tried it and it was sublime, so we decided to make it our novelty item for Christmas. It's definitely more of a sharer. When we tried it, we broke it into segments, each, and the middle just oozed out and melted. Oozing chocolate. It's like, you know when you get those little chocolate puddings and you cut into them and the chocolate just oozes out. Oh, God. I'll have to go below my weight before I start eating those. It was very gooey too. But there's one big question about the unusual treats. How are you meant to eat them? Many customers have ended up making a bit of a mess. But luckily, Helena has shared some tips. She said, you can eat it however you like. We have not seen anyone picking it up and bite straight into it yet. But if you want to, you can. Oh, it's going to go all the way down. I'm a messy enough eater as it is. You know, oh, my seat's gone down. Whenever I have a meal, I have to change my shirt afterwards. I kid you not, I'm a terribly messy eater. Not as messy as baby James, though. That's all over his face. Oh, you know what? I had a video to show you today, and I forgot to load it onto the system. Oh, that's annoying, that is. I don't think I can... Can I do that? Oh, let's try. It's a bit late in the day now, isn't it? No, I don't know. I can't. I'll have to save it for next week. A little video to show you. Never mind. She goes on, you can use a knife and fork or whatever makes it easier for you. Since we started selling them, we've sold 18 so far, and it's all gone quite insane. One morning, as soon as we opened, someone had driven all the way from Lincoln and ordered 4 of the battered chocolate oranges. You can get a battered chocolate orange to take away for £4 and add ice cream for an extra £1. Ice cream as well! Oh my God! I hope the great Linda at Slimming World Wokingham isn't watching this today. She will be horrified by battered chocolate oranges. Oh, Lord. I love the sound of it. Battered Brussels sprouts. That's not a bad idea, actually, John. Battered Brussels sprouts, says John. John Parrish, also battered Christmas puddings. Turkey chase. I don't know what turkey chase is. That's some sort of turkey. Battered turkey, I suppose you could do that. Stephen says, where are you going to be for Halloween? West Hollywood, Maine? I don't know where I'm going to be. No idea. Battered Cadbury's cream egg, says Andy. Andy. Oh, I do like a cream egg. They got small, aren't they? Can barely see them. They're like peas. These Cadbury's cream eggs, now they're tiny, they are. Gosh. Alrighty, well, we're going to wrap it up there, boys and girls. Time to do today's birthdays. Are you ready for today's birthdays? And a happy birthday on this Monday, the 8th of October, 2010, to Ben. Good morning, Ben E-M. Ben E-M. Good morning, Ben. Happy birthday to you, my dear friend. Hope to see you soon. About time you come along to my karaoke at Central Station. It's on tonight. Are you coming? Happy birthday to Omar, who's a young 24 tonight. Good morning, Omar. Happy birthday to you. Ganesh is 28 years old today. Becky Moon is 33 on this Monday. Andrew Roberts, happy birthday to you. As is Nikko Riley and Nathan Head, Brett Across, and Wayne Lloyd over there in sunny Ireland. It's his birthday as well today. So, happy birthday to you all, boys and girls. I shall now sing. I thought that would excite you. Oh, wrong song. One moment, please. I've still got that lined up. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Have a lovely time on your birthday today, boys and girls. Once again, don't forget, tonight's Central Station karaoke. There it is there. Tonight's Central Station starts at 7:30. We've got very, very cheap drinks in there tonight because we're changed breweries. I'll give you those examples again. Pint of Foster's is £2. A bottle of Smirnoff Ice, I think, is £1.50. So it's really cheap drinks in there tonight because we've got loads of stock to get rid of. That's at Central Station Bar tonight on this Monday, the 8th of October, 2018, from 7:30 for the karaoke. The cheap drinks actually start much earlier at 4 o'clock. So get down there and we'll have a good night. Ray Reynolds is just off to the dentist. I hope they don't have to... Are you having that little bridge cleaned, are you, my darling? Why don't you... Surely, Ray, you can just send your teeth in, can't you? Sorry, Ray. Why are you going to the dentist? Just send them in, dear. a little padded jiffy envelope. There we are. See you soon, boys and girls. I'm off now. I've got to cut the grass today, actually. I might have me. I don't know if I'm. Do you know I my haircut? I might leave it till next week now. Have a nice day. See you soon. Thanks for watching and listening. Bye bye now.